I promised you my arming cape. All I ask is you hear me out first. And you can blow Talos 1 to pieces if that's what you think is best. I don't think you'll do it. I know. Because I used to think we couldn't be trusted to play with fire without burning the house down. But you convinced me. You showed me anything was possible, even if the price was steep. That part of you is still in there. We can make history, Morgan. Not those leeches on the TranStar board of directors, not Mom and Dad. You and I. Just like we planned. We've got the data to confirm what you suspected. And Carl is broadcasting a neural signal. A secret message reaching to the stars. What I want to know is what is the message? And who is listening to it? I think you know. Ever since we first tested the Typhon neuromods, you've known. This fabrication plan is for the null-wave device prototype you can see. It will hijack the coral signal and use it to deliver a massive shock to every Typhon organism at once. Take it. And the army key, like I What? Morgan!
So as you can see from the failed mission when I entered this area, it would not let me save Alex, pardon me. I could put him in the safe house, I could lock the door, it wouldn't let me save him. So I have continued, I'm gonna finish this as it is, and then I'll come back later once they've patched it to do a save everybody run
Alex is wrong. Destroy the station, just as you planned. The blast will take the monster down with it.
Not so sure about that.
Hi, Morgan. Morgan.
If the idea hasn't occurred to you, I'm sure it will eventually. Don't do it. I can't predict what would happen if you scan the Apex, but all my models point to suffering.
signs critical.
Yep, should have healed myself. That was foolish.
If the idea hasn't occurred to you, I'm sure it will eventually. Don't do it. I can't predict what would happen if you scan the Apex, but all my models point to suffering.
Scan complete. More specimens required. Scan complete. More specimens required. Research complete.
Let's try that thing. Wow. Yeah, that was impressive.
Hello, Dr. Hugh. Hello.
Microgravity detected.
Kill them. Adrenaline. And another dose of Morgan's cell lines. Do it.
Assume Alex's plan succeeds. Then what? You're taking a massive gamble that there aren't more predators like the Typhon. In the history of the universe, humans have only recently become self-aware. Yet you're going to kick the door open on a much wider and older cosmic ecology. One that feeds on consciousness. These are shark-infested waters. Alex believes we can be the bigger shark. But what if we're just poor swimmers, and now there's blood in the water?
These headaches, they're getting worse. Like teeth in the brain, sinking in. You feel it, MU? Screaming is louder now. Getting close. I think screams are coming from the future. MU. Screams of people on Earth. Screams an animal makes when caught in a hunter's jaw.
Hello, Dr. Q.
I think the bridge was accessed from the Arboretum. I hope.
Microgravity detected.
Morgan, Igwe, what's the update on our patient?
Commander Dahl is making a speedy recovery and we are making our way to the shuttle bay. I've informed him of the threat to the station and...
Fine, Morgan, I'll meet you in the shuttle bay.
Please reconsider. Trust your former self, the one that isn't morally bankrupt. Your assessment, Morgan, not mine. The directives you gave me require I do everything in my power to ensure you destroy Talos 1 and all the Typhon. Detonating the station safeguards the Earth, and perhaps provides a small measure of reparation. You know how neuromods are made. The demand will only increase. In the future Alex envisions, many will die for the benefit of a privileged few. I won't relinquish control of the terminal. If you want to activate the null wave, you'll have to kill me.
What is a neuromod? Well, it's both an easy answer and a complicated one at the same time. It is the future, today. More importantly, our past, today. This is the work TranStar does. Every employee working together. It's immortality. And it is beautiful.
All the people that survived walking around the station again. Ah, crap. You saw that too, right? That wasn't just me. Yep, that's what I was worried about. Phantom hiding upstairs. There's the Weaver creating a Phantom. And there's the Nightmare. Now entering a hidden location. This ought to be good.
It's finished. How did it do?
Activation of the mirror neurons is promising. Empathy quotient shows to be exceptionally high.
It probably thinks it was dreaming. Nothing mattered.
You're assuming it thinks like us.
Its life depends on it. Ours too. It all comes down to the choices it made.
It saved me from the cargo container. I would have suffocated otherwise, and later it recovered the Lightner connectomes. They were of no practical use, except that they were deeply meaningful to me. It installed multiple Typhon-based neuromods. It could mean an instinctive return to its own kind, or an attempt to integrate its dual natures. But its most surprising act was sparing Da. While perhaps for purely selfish reasons, this, at least in principle, enabled others to escape Talos 1.
Michaela.
I would have died without my medication. That wasn't easy. That says a lot, I think, about its heart. Can I say that it has a heart? It also found my father's records. And then, I did not expect this, but it let me listen to them. Despite the self-incriminating content, it was willing to make itself vulnerable. Then, there was a man in psychotronics, Ingram. It let him go. Was that mercy?
Would you let it live?
Yes.
Sarah, you're next.
The situation in the cargo bay was bad. None of us would have survived without its help. And it destroyed a large number of Typhon across the station. That has to be a good sign. Further, it thwarted Dar's attempt to use us as hostages. If it were one of my officers, I would give it a commendation.
Danielle, what do you say?
It found me. It didn't need to, but it did. I asked it to stop Volunteer 37, but it left him alive. It could mean a low drive for retribution. A lot of humans controlled by the Typhon ended up dead. Not that it was easy to avoid, but I just don't think it's worth the risk.
In the end, he chose to activate the nullwave device. Why? To preserve the Typhon technology? We can't really know what its motives were for anything it did.
But we had to make a choice. You can hear us, can't you? Here. I want to show you something. What you experienced was a reconstruction based on Morgan's memories. This is the world today. We spent years trying to put what you can do into us. We never tried putting what we can do into you. Until now. You're the bridge between our species. I need to know if you see us. I mean, really see us. Take my hand if you do. We're gonna shake things up, like old times.
Interesting. Well, that is one ending of Prey anyway. And maybe I'll go back and do another. I think I'm going to do one where I try to do it with no mods, but that sounds like it's going to be very difficult. So, yeah. For now, have a good day and watch out for weird technology.